Welcome to Astana Times Now. I'm your host, Dmitry Lee. In this broadcast, we will look at Kazakh President Nursultan Nazarbayev's Central Asian tour, the latest round of Syrian peace talks in Astana, and Kazakhstan's switch to the Latin alphabet, among other stories. Let's get started. Kazakh President Nursultan Nazarbayev visited Uzbekistan and Turkmenistan September 16-17 to bolster the cooperation with the Central Asian states. In Tashkent, the Kazakh and Uzbek presidents signed 10 agreements between governmental bodies and state-owned companies. In Turkmenistan, Nazarbayev took part in the opening ceremony of the 2017 Asian Indoor and Martial Arts Games.
While in Tashkent, Uzbek President Shavkat Mirziyoyev highlighted Nazarbayev's role as a proponent of world peace and efforts to maintain inter-ethnic accord in the region. The Uzbek leader awarded Nazarbayev the El Yurt Hurmatı, respect of the people and the state order, for the great merits in deepening and expanding traditional relations of friendship and strategic partnership between the two states, as well as strengthening international cooperation in the name of peace and progress. This is the fifth time we're meeting this year. This shows our intentions. First, your personal intention and my ambition. The political will of the two leaders of our brother-like nations have recently done what would not have happened in all respects without prior agreement. I once again welcome you to Uzbekistan. And once again, I would like to express my sincere gratitude for the fact that we were met at the highest level and for the historical Expo 2017 in Astana. The agreements seek to boost trade and investment, resolve some water and agricultural issues, as well as boost cultural, military, transport, and customs legislation cooperation. In the past 8 months, the trade grew 35% for the first time ever. We set the task to raise it to 5 billion. We had 1 billion. I am told that this year there will be about 2 billion. All this creates great opportunities for our neighboring states to complement each other, to help each other, so that it would be mutually beneficial in the interests of both countries. And we are ready. On September 17th, the Kazakh leader continued his tour to Turkmenistan, where he took part in the opening ceremony of the 2017 Asian Indoor and Martial Arts Games and met with Turkmen President Gurbanguly Berdimuhamedov and with the Kazakh national team. Hosting the Expo 2017 left a huge mark in history. This is a regional scale parade at the highest organizational level. We cherish our friendship with you. Reaching these new heights, I want to congratulate you. Yesterday, your athletes were awarded their first awards. I think you will give your good luck wishes today. I'm very glad to see you.
Kazakhstan has been hosting a series of Syrian peace talks known as the Astana process since January. The talks are a supplement to the UN-brokered Geneva talks. The Syrian government, Syrian armed opposition, the talks sponsors Iran, Russia and Turkey, UN Special Envoy on Syria Staffan de Mistura, and delegates from Jordan and the US attended the talks as observers. The sixth round of talks recently wrapped up in the Kazakh capital.
As a result of the sixth meeting, the fourth de-escalation zone in the northern western Idlib province was established. Iran, Russia, and Turkey marked the de-escalation zones in eastern Ghouta, in certain parts in the northern Homs province, in the Idlib province, and in certain parts of the neighboring provinces, including Latakia, Hama, and Aleppo, as well as southern Syria. This agreement will last for 6 months and can be extended with the guarantors' consensus. First of all, these documents concern the functioning of the control forces. This issue requires very detailed elaboration. Therefore, all these technical points will possibly be further developed after the Astana process, after the 6th Astana meeting.
Kazakhstan has launched a national digitalization program. The program seeks to develop high-speed internet along a digital Silk Road, improve the competency of its workforce for the digital economy, introduce digital technology into branches of government, and improve electronic and mobile government services. International experts believe the program will boost economic development.
IT experts and governments have said digitizing Kazakhstan will be a long process, but that the country has the infrastructure and leadership to be successful. They have also offered to share their experience to help Kazakhstan reach its goals. The country already has infrastructure for the successful implementation of digital solutions. All state bodies are technically interconnected. Basically, there is already something to start with. Digitalization is a long-term process. It requires constant updating and new innovations. Kazakhstan is on the right track.
Kazakhstan has attracted more than $210 billion in foreign investments since gaining independence in 1991. The country has achieved this through a combination of tax, land, employment, and customs incentives for foreign investors. That effort now also includes the Kazakh Invest National Company, which has established priority sectors for investment and is authorized to implement measures of state support for industrial and innovative activities.
In the next 2 years, foreign investors in Kazakhstan are planning to implement some 32 projects worth approximately $8.5 billion. Kazakh Invest has received about 500 applications and selected 130 from regional companies that might be of interest to foreign partners. All projects will be implemented in the prioritized sectors of the economy, according to Kazakh Invest. We are developing 200 projects worth about $40 billion with foreign companies and investors. Many companies reinvest and open additional facilities. Therefore, we are not only attracting new investors, but are also helping those companies that are already operating in the market.
Kazakhstan's effort to switch from the Cyrillic-based Kazakh alphabet to the Latin alphabet has sparked some intense public debate. That debate intensified recently after the country's legislators released a draft alphabet to the public. Here's what some of the country's parliament members had to say about the switch.
Kazakh MPs believe the transition will help the country become one of the top 30 most developed nations. Linguists have also shown support for the initiative and say the Latin alphabet will disclose, open quote, the richness of the Kazakh language and strengthen the national identity, end of quote, and make the language more attractive for learning. Integration into civilized world, into the technological space. This can be done through the transition to the Latin alphabet. From 70 to 80% of the population use the Latin script in communication. It's efficient and also convenient, so I think that there should be no discussion whether we need the Latin script or not. We really do. We need to introduce it, and the sooner the better, and it should be done gradually. It requires a lot of preparatory work.
The Museum of Local History in the Zhambul region now features tens of thousands of artifacts, many of which have been turned in by local residents. The History Museum also plans to implement numerous projects over the next few years to increase knowledge about and affection for the Zhambul region.
In total, the exposition has 65,000 items. The museum is operating under the auspices of the state program Modernization of Public Consciousness. Just for this purpose, the staff has developed 4 projects, which will be implemented by 2020. One of the projects is titled Know and Love Your Land. The gift for our museum is personal belongings of famous Baurjan Momashula, the hero of the Soviet Union. We even have his letter of will, according to which he passes his stuff to our museum.
Thank you for watching Astana Times Now. Stay tuned and we will see you next time with the latest in Kazakh news.